And we are in Ludwigsburg in southwest Germany for the All-German affair. It is MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg facing off against EVE Baskets from Oldenburg. 600 kilometers separates these two towns. And after the first leg, it is 25 points that separates them on the scoreboard. The biggest road margin of victory ever in the BCL playoffs has helped Ludwigsburg to a commanding position here, coming back to their hometown court and trying to reach the Final Four. We can see there we already have our first team into the quarterfinals, and it is the German team Medi Bayreuth who advanced against Besiktas, and that means they will face off against the winner of our game here tonight. And also it will mean for the first time ever there will be a German team in the Basketball Champions League Final Four, as we will see either Ludwigsburg or the EVE Baskets facing off against Medi Bayreuth for that opportunity to get into the Final Four. So Medi Bayreuth, big winners today behind Gabe York's 5 of 8 3-pointers and 17. And there we see the aggregate 160 to 165, and a confirmed fixture for you between our two teams. After the tied game, 84 apiece in leg number one. Medi Bayreuth on the road get the 81 to 76. Oh, sorry, after winning last week at home, they got the 84 apiece tie tonight to seal their place into that quarterfinals. So last week it was two big quarters, the first and fourth, that sealed the game for Ludwigsburg, 52 to 22 over those two quarters. And for Oldenburg, it was Ricky Paulding, the only man that gave any sort of resistance to that charge. The number 23 there, you see at the bottom of the roster, had 15 points, but the team really did struggle offensively so often. An area that is a major strength for them. They really were taken out of their rhythm at home last week, and we'll see if there is any way back for the team from Oldenburg, or will it be Ludwigsburg to carry on rolling. We'll have a look at their roster last week. It was a season high from number 5, Justin Sears, the American-British forward, 24 years of age, 21 points from him. And then Thomas Walkup, the 0-0 at the top there. The first man to record a double-double on the season without getting there in points. He had 10 rebounds and 10 assists, and he was just 1 point shy of a triple-double. Really is a versatile forward, Thomas Walkup. We'll get into this in a second, but you know, he's enjoyed his games against Oldenburg this year, that's for sure, both domestically in the BBL and also last week in the Basketball Champions League. "12 miles north of Stuttgart, then we are here in southwest Germany. And how excited these Ludwigsburg fans will be to see their team advance. EVE Baskets come out onto the floor. They finished in 3rd place in Group A in the regular season. 9 wins and 5 losses for them. They did lose 5 of their 9 road games, though. And so that is not a good sign for them, needing to overturn this 25-point victory. And last week really was a disappointing performance for them. Only 4 times this year they haven't reached 80 points on the scoreboard. Last year they scored just 63, their lowest output of the season. There is Ricky Paulding, a man who has been rolling back the years. The 35-year-old in exceptional form throughout the season. He is averaging over 18 points per game. He had 15 in that loss last week, and they will need him on top form should they wish to make any sort of comeback, any dent in this lead. Crowd start to get onto their feet then as the Ludwigsburg players come out onto the floor. There is David McRae. Ludwigsburg, 2nd place in Group B. 12 wins and 2 losses for them in the regular season. They have now won 6 in a row in the Basketball Champions League, and they've actually only lost to 1 team all year. That is Tenerife, the reigning champions, who defeated them home and away in the regular season. That last loss for Ludwigsburg came way back in December on the 19th. Since then, they have rolled off that winning streak that has reached 6 games now. They've won 6 of 7 here at home in the Basketball Champions League, and they have never lost in this competition by more than 21 points, let alone 25. So it's going to take something exceptional from Oldenburg to find their way back here tonight, but how they would love to do it against a rival team such as MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. There is Cook, who had a huge game as well last week. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4 steals for him. Now the players will talk it over. Both teams reached this stage last year. EVE losing out in the round of 16. They went down to Banvit. Tied after the first game. They lost the second leg 70-61. And actually Ludwigsburg also went down to Banvit, although it was a round later, as the coaches will shake hands in the quarterfinals. They won by 5 here at home, Ludwigsburg, before losing by 6 on the road and going out by just a single point as they tried to get into that final 4. Officials for today's game then. As we see this beautiful arena, the VIP basketball chairs there in the front row. As the trademark Ludwigsburg arena. Now, last week, the story of the game, 2-point shooting, turnovers and rebounds. As we see the starting 5 for Oldenburg: Maxime Dezeu, Mickey McConnell, Carsten Tada, Ricky Paulding and Rashid Mahabazik make up the 5 for the team from Oldenburg. They struggled. 31% they were from 2-point range last week. 15 turnovers for them as a team. And for head coach Mladen Drenencic, he will be frustrated with their lack of execution offensively. They did get 11 offensive rebounds, but the problem is they gave up 15 to this team here in Ludwigsburg. So Ludwigsburg, on the other hand, shot it extremely well, 62% from 2-point range, and turned it over just 9 times on their way to that 88-63 win. Here is their starting lineup: Thomas Walkup, Keron Johnson, Attica Peter McNeely, Adam Waliskowski, and Elgin Cook. So Walkup, Cook, and huge games last week, and then Justin Sears, who's on a tear lately, at a big game domestically this past weekend as well, will come off the bench for his team. And head coach John Patrick, who you've got to give credit to, once again has his team prepared and ready to play as they did last week. So I said domestically, these two teams having solid years. Both teams coming in with a win. EVE Baskets, the 92-61 win over Water Tigers. Ludwigsburg, 89-72 over Ottinger. And they're kind of just below the top group right now. Ludwigsburg 3rd place in the BBL. EVE Baskets 6th. As they are getting to the later stages of that competition, with the one team that has qualified through to the quarterfinals sandwiched between them in the German Bundesliga. Mehdi Beirut, who got the 84 apiece tie tonight to see them advance by 5 into the quarterfinals. Who will join them is the question. Will there be a remarkable comeback from EVE Baskets Oldenburg, or will it be MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg rounding out the strong performance on the road last week to make their way into the quarterfinals for the 2nd straight year in the Basketball Champions League? So we are going to have a moment's silence before the game for Kurt Neicht, who died at the age of 84 years of age this past week. An active sponsor for many years of the Ludwigsburg club in the sport of basketball. He personally supported the club, especially in difficult times. So the club would like to take the moment to thank him for his tireless commitment and sends their best wishes and sympathy to his family. There's the moment of silence from Burkhard Nacht, who died this past week. Now he would love to see his team move on with a victory here tonight. We are up and underway then. Leg 2 of the round of 16. Ludwigsburg facing off against Oldenburg. First possession goes to EVE Baskets Oldenburg in the blue uniforms. Ludwigsburg in the yellow. His man-to-man defense is a kick violation. Stops the ball going to the inside. Active hands there, or feet, from Elgin Cook. Maybe sideline possession brought in by Austin Tada. Skip it to the outside. Clean look for 3. Deseu can't get it going, no. And solid first possession defensively for the hometown team. Thomas Walkup will bring it in. And Walkup, kind of a positionless player, brings it down, takes the corner 3 quickly. It doesn't fall for Cook. He's been active in this early stages. And now he's into the hands of EVE Baskets. Maho Barzik reverses it to Mickey McConnell. McConnell waiting for his big man to roll to the basket. They get him a touch. This is where they should have the advantage, EVE Baskets, as they kick it to Ricky Paulding for the 3. In and around the ring, Maho Barzik is a handful. They managed to really take away his threat last week. Coach Vernicic, as he foul is whistled away from the ball. Coach Patrick looking on. He could read the lips. Make him go left was the call. His defensive assignment. Not sure if that was to Maho Barzik's man or Ricky Paulding. Keep an eye on that. Inline possession. Wallaskowski gives it over to Peter McNeely. And now Walkup. Back to Wallaskowski for 3. Doesn't go. Easy rebound for Deseu. McConnell calls the play. We have to try and play up tempo here. EVE Baskets, we know they have good scoring pedigree though. Said they've gone over 80 times, or have been under 80 only 4 times this year in the regular season. It's Tada trying to find some room, goes to Deseu, nearly loses it. 2 on the clock now. Does Tada know? It's got to flip it up. Goes to McConnell, gets it away in time. The rebound taken in by Wallaskowski. Here comes Walkup going the other way. Beautiful footwork. And he will get to the line. He said he's a fascinating player to watch, really. Thomas Walkup, listed as a small forward, but he's almost positionless. We've seen him bring the ball up, play the point guard position. Occasionally you'll see him go into the block as well. As we see the points for Ricky Paulding. Walkup just does a bit of everything. A 2-time Player of the Year in the Southland Conference, and for Stephen F. Austin in the NCAA. Now playing his first year in European competition, and it's been a solid one for him. And as the pressure comes, McConnell nearly turns it over. It was a problem for them last week. Maho Barzik with the touch. They crowd. A lot of bodies in the paint, and Maho Barzik turns it over. Chance to run. Peter McNeely is tied up by McConnell. It's going to be the 2nd foul against the point guard from EVE Baskets. So Mickey McConnell's had to sacrifice 2 fouls now. at the bodies in the paint. Great work from Peter McNeely. Rotates down, gets the steal, and here's a way to run. This is what they do. Ludwigsburg. Great defensive pressure from them. Often leads to these easy points. But Peter McNeely can't finish on this one. Canadian. Through the Canadian university system. And he's another one of these guys who playing their first year in European competition. Excellent job by the scouting of MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg to find guys like that as McConnell takes the three and knocks it down. These first-time players for Ludwigsburg, we said, been such a major contributor to this successful season. Guys like Walkup, Cook, Peter McNeely as well. Walkup. Standing, isolating, weighted for the screen. Oh, good feed to the inside. Wallace-Kowski finds the open man. And that is Elgin Cook. Scoring as he so often does. First points of the night for him. Maho Barzik puts it on the floor. Tada draws the foul. So the foul will go against Johnson. First foul. This good feed to the inside for Wallace-Kowski. Easy points for Cook. Remember, he had 20 points last week. McConnell's three goes the other way. Maho Barzik can't finish. Again, open floor for Ludwigsburg. This time, though, they'll settle a little before Wallace-Kowski buries the three. McConnell trying to control this play. Maho Barzik puts it on the floor, goes all the way, can't finish. Tip from Deseo. Whistle, and it looks like Deseo is fouled by Wallace-Kowski. 2 shots for the number 12. You see, like, Walkup almost slows it down. I think they're going to get into a set, but Ludwigsburg have so many guys they interchange. They keep this tempo so high. Already we see these subs rolling in for them. But they're more than happy to take quick shots. So Franz Massenac comes in for EVE Baskets. And then on the other side, David McRae comes in as well. Johnson has gone out, so Walkup again, playing that point guard spot. Cook trying to use his speed against Deseu. Another good feed from Wallace-Kowski, but McRae can't handle it. Here comes Oldenburg in transition. The three way off from Paulding. Numbers on the weak-hand side. They want to get it out of the hands of Maho Barzik around the post. Now Deseo is going to have a go. Spins and is fouled by the smaller McRae. Just 2 seconds on the shot clock. Over McRae commits his first. More substitutions. So you see Philip Sweethelm comes in. And Justin Sears as well. So Sears on the tear in recent weeks. Season high 21 last week. Had a good game in the BBL as well this past weekend. 13 points and 8 rebounds for him there. McConnell back to Massenac, the lefty. Low shot clock again, goes to Sweethelm. Can fire the three, and he does. Knocks it down. Would have shot extremely well. EVE Baskets. First three for Philip Sweethelm. Third three on the game for his team. Ludwigsburg failed to get a score of their own. And Deseo on the low post. Guarded by the smaller man in Muller. But it's going to be an offensive foul against Dezeu. Already 4 fouls against EVE Baskets then. So you see Sui Helm knocking it down from beyond the three-point line. Sears squaring up. It's dangerous in the pick and pop. Here he goes again. Walkup though, doesn't get it to him. Fires himself with 1 on the clock. Can't get it to go. Seen a lot of low shot clock situations for both teams. This won't be one though. As Dezeu gets the easy score. EVE Baskets open up the 4-point lead. 12-8, and that is going to cause a timeout to be called by MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg's head coach John Patrick here midway through this first quarter. Let's listen in and see what he's got to say to his team.
We gotta have better space. We're always standing next to each other. Spread out, we're diving and popping, but we can't just put our head down and hope something happens. Okay, you gotta pop out of there. Pop out, get the ball moving. Okay, Karan, you're back in for Adika. Karan, Malik, you're in there.
Everybody got the part, you know? You have a good very good this, okay? So, and we go physically. Again, good message, don't stop to play so physically. Foul, okay? Give it up, let's go.
I don't think there's any question that EVE Baskets have just turned up to provide the numbers here tonight. Passionate timeout by Coach Mladen Durancic. He still believes there's something to play for here. Solid start from his team. They've just got to try and chip away. Win every quarter has got to be the aim. They can win every quarter by 5 points. They're right there at the end of the game. For MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. I talked about the spacing, especially on the offensive end. So key to many teams. And Karan Johnson back in for Peter McNeely. Here he is. Johnson with the ball. Johnson goes all the way, hangs and finishes. Tough finish from him. Gets it over Paulding. EVE go the other way. Trying to get it into Dezeu, who is fouled by Muller. Second foul against Malik Muller. So it's Johnson going left. Taking that contact at the ring. 2-point game now. McConnell pushing people through. Off the screen, will pull up. Can't hit it. Offensive rebound there as Malik Muller grabs it in easily. Goes to Johnson again. Johnson attacking with that left hand. Finds Cook. Pick and pop. Buries it. Well, first possession. Off the screen, Johnson attacked and got all the way to the basket. Next possession, defense worried about his drive. Left the pick and pop open. Massenat. And now McConnell, after the extra pass, can't hit again. Dezeu trying to find some room, but the finish doesn't fall. Massenat works hard to get a new possession. They've got to hit it from beyond the three-point line. EVE Baskets, but a loose pass. Dezeu couldn't handle it. Johnson again with some room. Finds Muller. Quick three from him, doesn't go. Patrick on the sideline. Imploring his team to get back in transition, which they do well. Massenat kicks it to Dezeu. Seen a lot of the ball, Dezeu. And right now, he's had some pretty effective numbers. 6 points and 4 rebounds for the big man. Sears fouled by Dezeu. Second personal. A lot of substitutions will be coming in from both sides. There's Mahobazik. David McRae coming back in as well. Justin Sears will be at the line. He said last week that pick and pop, mid-range jump shot, is almost added to his game. A Yale graduate. So, 2 for 2 for Ludwigsburg and Justin Sears, who goes out. Check in. There's Ludwigsburg. We're up there with the 5 on the floor of Johnson, McRae, Mueller, Oliskowski, and Wiley. Oldenburg, Maho Barzik, Massenat, McConnell, Amani Moore for the first time. There he is in the corner. And Philip Helm. This is Maho Barzik. Double team again coming to him. Tries to find Massenat on the cut. He's tipped at about just 2 seconds on the clock. He's so good at doubling. And that low post, Ludwigsburg. Massenat, does he know the clock? I'm not sure he does. Can't find the room to get it away. Great defense once again for Ludwigsburg. Substitutions, see McConnell come back in. Excuse me, it's Brad Losink, not McConnell. Losink, an energetic defender. See if he can get something going for his team here. Picks up against Johnson. Johnson finds Wiley on the pick and pop. Wiley, good footwork to finish it off. Just roll bodies in, don't they, Ludwigsburg, one after the other. Another turnover for EVE Baskets as McRae pushes. Johnson wants to settle though. EVE Baskets trying to find the matchups. McRae will take it before they're ready. This is everything though, David McRae. Quick fire game here in the first quarter. Still no real headway for EVE Baskets though, as they trail by 2. Had an early 4-point lead. This might help, but Amani Moore's 3 is way long. Maho Barzik has a shot clock running down on him, finds Losink. His 3 doesn't go. And it's Woliskowski on the rebound. Inside the final minute then, Johnson just too quick. Lost Massenat on the penetration. There's the finish from Wiley. More substitutions. Tada will come back. There he is. Started the game, but quiet first spell for him. On the other side, Peter McNeely back in. Johnson, that's his 3rd point of the evening. Man in his 2nd spell with the club. Played in 2014-15 season. Very impressive 14 points and 3 rebounds per game in that season. On hit the 2nd. Sweet Helm into Maho Barzik. Maho Barzik. So hesitant because he's got the double team coming and he's going to turn it over again. Trying to be the provider. Peter McNeely. Gives it to Wiley. Wiley kicks it. Oliskowski. Cuts back door. Here he is. Unable to finish. Last chance perhaps of this first quarter for EVE Baskets. Losink backs it out. Plenty of time on the clock. 12 seconds still. Shot clock is off. Losink now. Turns it over yet again. A chance for Cook. Pulls up from the elbow, but it doesn't go. Turnovers once again plaguing EVE Baskets. 7 for them in that first quarter. And there's just no way they're going to come back against a team like Ludwigsburg if they can't hold on to the ball. At the end of one, it is 18-15. MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg leading over EVE Baskets from Oldenburg.
He's good. I can rush it every time he sees.
Oh, look at the highlights for the statistics. Told the story. Said in game number 1, the areas that Ludwigsburg just dominated over EVE Baskets, as EVE Baskets shot just 31% for 2-point range. Here tonight, after the first quarter, 17% they are from that same 2-point range. Just 1 of 6 from the field. They have hit 4 threes, but not going to be able to just make from beyond the 3-point line. The other area, as they had 15 turnovers in that game, EVE Baskets, and here tonight already, first quarter, 7 turnovers for their team. There's a big reason why they're struggling. The one thing they have done better is no offensive rebounds so far for Ludwigsburg, an area which they did really well at in that first game, with 15 as a team over the 40 minutes. Oldenburg hitting one of their 4 threes in that first quarter. And they're going to need more of those, more different guys played them so far. With the ball, Ludwigsburg, 3-point lead then. Ron Johnson again coming off that screen, finds Walkup, kicks it, open look in the corner, and it's good. Too easy for Ludwigsburg. Walkup, when he gets feet in the lane, that's always going to be a problem. And this time the 3 was knocked down by Peter McNeely in that far corner. Almost 3 point guards out there on the floor for Ludwigsburg right now. McNeely, Walkup, and Johnson. Those quick hands comes from Cook. He took it away from Pauling. Now Walkup picks it up, takes the contact but can't finish. He'll get a second opportunity and he makes it. Walkup gets the reverse to go, and you have to give credit to Elgin Cook. He was the man. Watch it here. On Walkup's miss, Cook tips it to himself, keeps it alive, and then tips it intentionally to Thomas Walkup, who he knew was free around the ring and would be able to take in the rebound. So Walkup, 4 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound for him. He was 1 point shy of a triple-double last week. Osink. Puts it in to Mahalbazic. Now it's reversed to the hands of Tada. Tada finds Amani Moore. Pauling. Looks for Mahalbazic, and he gets it to go at the second attempt. Just the second 2-point field goal of the game for EVE Baskets. They trail the game by 7, the tie by 32 now. There's Pauling going along the baseline. A rare opportunity for Mahalbazic. Been double teamed almost every time he's called it so far in this one. This is a man that they rely on offensively. EVE Baskets, Mahalbazic, he averages 13 points, 3 assists per game. Walker. Try and attack here surely against Mahalbazic. Stops on the foul line and gets it to go. Defense switches. And Thomas Walkup just got too much on that possession. Geski is in for the first time for Ludwigsburg as well as the number 7. Mahalbazic spins and is fouled. Hence the ball in frustration. He didn't make the first one. And we'll have to earn him from the line. This is Walkup going against him. Gets to his spot, knocks it down. Mahalbazic got a rare opportunity to go one-on-one on the low block. the line then. First is good for Orsed Mahobazic. Born in Slovenia, is an Austrian national. Played a lot, grew up in Turkey as a younger player. Playing for Austria in the International World Cup qualifying windows. Yeski nearly dribbles into the double team, finds Sears, puts it behind his back. Now finds Cook, who dances in, gets it back again. Cook fouled. Well, after I gave credit at the end of that first quarter to the way that EVE Baskets controlled their glass, now it's almost as though Elgin Cook heard me. He's picked up 2 offensive rebounds in the first 2 minutes and 10 seconds of this second quarter. And they've both led to points for Ludwigsburg. First is good, and the second. He just continues to stretch here. Ricky Paulding. Moore reverses it. Along the baseline, Paulding again, trying to find some room. Tada eventually gets the wide open look, can't finish. Moore, though, puts it home. Offensive rebound from Amani Moore. Dezeo's going to come back. Moore tries to add the bonus, which he does. Kick out. Open 3 for McNeely is good. And he's going to call us a timeout here. Peter McNeely knocks down his second triple of the night. And EVE Baskets Oldenburg will talk this one over.
Make sure we stay behind the ball, keep our spacing here. Okay, weak side guy, look. We're doing fine, but careful not to dribble here, okay? Swing at once and then go off the sideline. So we're doing fine. Go. And in the half court.
Timeouts from both teams. The numbers yet again tell the story. 8 turnovers in the first 13 minutes of action here for EVE Baskets, something they struggled with in the first game. As Peter McNeely has 7 points, leading scorer alongside Thomas Walkup. And Elgin Cook will also have that total for his team. Turnovers and rebounding, hurting the team from Oldenburg. Possession now, Tada finds Paulding. Paulding to Mahobazic. He gives it back to Paulding. Paulding's tough shot is good. Paulding not stopping with his strong play. 5 points personal for him. As a rare turnover for Ludwigsburg. Tada is out. Finds Mastanat back in. There he is. He's the man who breaks the pressure. Closely guarded by Peter McNeely. Is a tie-up. Keski couldn't take it away from McConnell. Sub after sub comes in for Ludwigsburg. Muller comes back. Johnson comes back. Always keeping the fresh players on the floor. Sadako with great energy. There's an offensive foul. He's going to be called against Massenet. He's got to be careful here. Chasing after the official. Just a quick conversation before he gets back on defense. McNeely gives it to Sears. Sears trying to find someone. Look at the space for Cook, and he knocks it down. Cook is a man who's shown he can score. 20 points last week for him. He's having a strong season. Comes from the University of Oregon in the United States. He's part of this group, playing their first time in Europe. As a traveller scored against Mahobazic. He looks towards the sideline and asks what happened. I bet when you watch the replay, though, he's moved both feet before the ball's hit the floor. Right in front of the official, quite an easy one. 10-point lead for Ludwigsburg. It's on the night, on the tie. That lead just continues to grow now. McNeely. Peter McNeely can't hit. Offensive foul on the rebound. Looks like it's going to go against Sears. As Wiley comes in. Jacob Wiley. And places Justin Sears. Asenat. Called the play. Touched his chest. Now he's going to wait for McConnell. Here he is. And he's looking for Dzeu. He'll screen for him. Mahobazic wants the high-low. And Dzeu can't get it to fall. Not sure if Cook got the touch on the block. He'll now slip to the ring. Johnson gives it to Wiley. Wiley puts it on the floor. It's tipped off his leg and goes out of bounds in favor of EVE Baskets. Let's have a look. Did Cook get a piece of this? Yes, he did. Great rotation from him. From the weak side, definitely got a finger on it. Credit the man with the block. A turnover battle. Third turnover for Ludwigsburg. 10 against EVE Baskets. As Paulding gets himself to the line. Using that size. Oliskowski. Comes back in. And Ricky Paulding at the line. A 7-time German League All-Star. Joined the club in 2007. And has now been there ever since. 35 years of age, Ricky Paulding goes one of two. Bodies go flying. Fans cheering. McNeely steadies, waits. No hesitation off the screen for Peter McNeely. And now Johnson going left. Oh, stops. Can't get it to go. Rebound was tipped by Oliskowski. Dzeu to the baseline. Has it rejected from behind. And Ludwigsburg collect the ball once again. Attica Peter McNeely will pull up for three. Is good in transition. Peter McNeely is stroking it. Third three of the night for him. Second guy into double figures already for Ludwigsburg. And it's going to be a timeout for EVE Baskets there. Second of the first half already. Team trails by 12 on the night.
Armani, let's go for Ricky. Hey guys, we must be physically to finish again. We have good moments. We have good situation. We must go. We must go. And offensively, guys, when we have ball on the low post, we must move. Big side. Watch him, fast and watch. You know, you go, you in.
Popping out. I think we should run heads. Run heads. McConnell's not trying to get through the handoff. So you can get the handoff. And maybe when we get the handoff, next guy cut through to give Karan room because he's way outside. Let's pick up here. So you got the four.
Swarming defense for Ludwigsburg. Leading once again to transition points. Tough shot from Connecticut Peter McNeely. Not much more Ricky Balding could do. Surprised he took the shot. As the drum bangs out. Pressure up the floor. Relentless from Riesen Ludwigsburg. Massenat uses the screen from Mahalbazic, who'll roll. He's got a mismatch, Mahalbazic. They can't find him, but it's okay because Massenat has one of his own. His triple is good. Peter McNeely skips it. Wide open look for McRae. Doesn't go. First man down the floor. Sweathelm goes to McConnell, though. Didn't have the leg speed, foot speed to beat everyone down. Perhaps he should have taken it, but they do have the advantage here. Mahalbazic, triple team, finds Sweathelm. And back-to-back threes from Oldenburg. Oh, the decision of Philip Sweathelm to not take the transition layup proved to be the right one. And as 5 seconds later, he found himself open in the corner, knocks it down. And it's a 6-point lead on the night, 37-31.
Help from this position. Don't help from this position. Okay, they're throwing it in. They're going here. Stay with your man. Stay with your man.
I was there from the baseline. He saw me. He turned away. He doesn't want to go left.
Yeah, keep him.
Shot against zone is rebound. And you know against zone man-on-man, you have them at the chest. You have them at the chest, okay? You see guys, we have aggressiveness. And we move the ball. And this.
And we go find down.
Hey,
Oh, fight,
hey,
fellas.
let's go, let's go.
A good run out of the last timeout for EVE Baskets. Will they have the same here? That's the one that started it, the triple from Massenat. And then Philip Sweathelm as well, Sweethelm. Down one of his own. Pressure comes from EVE Baskets then. 3 minutes 17 left in this first half. Walk up. Woliskowski. 2-3 zone from EVE Baskets. Now they slip into man-to-man. 4 on the clock. Cook on the foul line. Takes some contact. Can't finish. Rebound by Philip Sweathelm. The other way. Strong drive from Moore, and he is fouled. We'll take 2 shots. Defensive tactic worked. Confused the offensive Ludwigsburg on the last possession, and now in transition they're getting some good stuff. EVE Baskets. Sears will come back in. Amani Moore makes his first foul shot. And the second. 29-point aggregate lead for Ludwigsburg. Maybe a steal from Moore, though. kick violation first, though, so it'll be sideline possession for Ludwigsburg. Johnson at the point. A little bit more organised against the zone this time. Cook. To the high post with Walaskowski. He nearly loses it before he finds Johnson. Clock to 5 here. Johnson trying to find some room. Steps back. Can't hit the tough one. And the rebound battle won by Amani Moore. Strong rebound from him. Excellent 2 or 3 minute spell for EVE Baskets. And they continue it as they go into Maho Barzik. He steps to the foul line and buries the jumper. 10-0 run for EVE Baskets. They've got themselves within 2 now. Johnson back to Walkup for 3. Oh, whenever they need him, Thomas Walkup in some way or another steps forward for Ludwigsburg. Big 3 from him. Maho Barzik backing it down. Trying to come back to that right hand. And he gets it to go. Cook. Finds Walaskowski. Back-to-back 3s for Ludwigsburg. Walaskowski makes his second. Massenat thought about responding, but is fouled, and he's going to come up limping. Hopefully he'll be all right. There'll be 2 shots for him. Rich Patrick. Tells Walaskowski, good foul. That was the finish from Maho Barzik. And every time he gets the ball, or every time we go into those timeouts, you can hear the Ludwigsburg players telling each other, I believe he won't take it on his left hand. He wants to come back to that right all the time. That's exactly what he did on that occasion. As Massenat makes his up first. And the second. Dzeu comes back for Maho Barzik. So smaller lineup for EVE Baskets. Here's the trail by 4, but they're going to get beat in transition. Sears kicks it. Another 3. Doesn't go. Cook was the man who had the clean look in the corner. Messing it off the screen. Sweet Helm trying to find a one-on-one lane. Can't. Dzeu kicks it. McConnell for 3. Is good. String music for Mickey McConnell. And we've got a 1-point game here. Last minute of the first half. Oh, acrobatic move doesn't finish. Sears is there to put it away though. Plus the foul. Johnson, the high-flying drive, took so many bodies towards him. So many people to stop him from scoring. Sears was there for the offensive rebound. It's been an excellent run for EVE Baskets out of that timeout. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. Oh, I didn't see that. First is good. Yeah, it was called against Philip Sweethelm. So Sears makes the layup. That's the bonus. And now it'll be possession with 35 seconds remaining for Ludwigsburg. What a terrible situation for EVE Baskets. There's 2-for-1 opportunity here for Ludwigsburg. Walkup nose, takes it, and he doesn't hit. EVE Baskets down with Massenat. Cook didn't like the call as Dzeu went to the floor. 18.6 seconds left. Plenty of time for a good offense from Ludwigsburg. 2 crucial free throws here. Dzeu, too strong on the first. He started really well, Maxime Dzeu. 6 points, 4 rebounds. They need him. And he makes the second. Substitutions. Both sides. First action for Florian Koch for Ludwigsburg. Tada comes in. Three-point lead. For Ludwigsburg is Cook. It's about going one-on-one. He's just going to take this here, backs it down, spins and finishes. Left some time on the clock though. McConnell will bring it down. 5 left. McConnell behind the back, fires the three. It's high. It's off the glass. It's good. Mickey McConnell with 2 late threes really helped his team here. It was a good finish from Cook, but he went a bit too early. Left the opportunity still for EVE Baskets, which Mickey McConnell took. And at the half, an entertaining game here. There's just 2 points separating the teams. 48 plays 46. Ludwigsburg with the lead in the tie. And a commanding lead, with the lead in the game and now a commanding lead on the tie. As the teams go to the locker room at the half. Elgin Cook with a very strong game for Ludwigsburg. He leads the team in points, rebounds and assists. As we see the numbers. And he wants to keep an eye on 2-point percentage for Oldenburg. Much improved. They're dominating the glass, 22-12, but 11 turnovers for them has really been the undoing. They failed to look after the ball. They did have 7 of those turnovers in the first quarter. We said the numbers for Elgin Cook, strong game for him. Maho Barzik got going in that second quarter for EVE Baskets, and that's why that 2-point percentage went up and up and up for the team from Oldenburg. Maho Barzik such a key in trying to help his team scoring, and Maxim Dezeu as well, getting himself to the line to assist his team. On the other side, outside of Cook, it was a strong game once more from Thomas Walkup. He's already reached double-figure points. Just 2 assists and 1 rebound for him. And this one, and then also Attica Peter McNeely, 3 of 4 from beyond the 3-point line in his 10 points. Oh, going to take a break here. I'll leave you with some highlights of that first 20 minutes. It is a 2-point game on the night, 48-46. MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg trying to beat EVE Baskets from Oldenburg for the 3rd time this season. For the 2nd time in the Basketball Champions League. And they opened up the lead in that second quarter. At one stage, it was 12 points. But they've been pegged back by EVE Baskets. Join us again in about 10 minutes' time to see second half action here from Ludwigsburg. Welcome back to the second half then. It is the All-German affair here in the Basketball Champions League round of 16, second leg. On one stage, MHP Riesen-Ludwigsburg opened up a 12-point lead in this first half, but EVE Baskets from Oldenburg came back in those last couple of minutes. 2 threes from Mickey McConnell, one from Philip Sweat-Helm as well. Really helped their stock as they now trail by 2, 48-46 on the night. It does mean, though, that the lead that was 25 at the end of the first leg has stretched to 27 points, thanks to that 88-63 victory, the largest ever road margin in the Basketball Champions League last week. Elgin Cook leads the way for Ludwigsburg. There he is in the middle of your picture. Number 23, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists from him. He's just 4 of 11 from the field, though. Cook coming off a strong game last week as well, in which he had 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 steals. Cook, the son of former Milwaukee Buck Alvin Robertson. Robertson went to University of Oregon, and I said this is his first year in Europe. And it's been a fine rookie season for him. So the team's back to the benches on the other side. McConnell leads the way in scoring for EVE Baskets. He has 9 points. He had those 3 threes, 2 of them very late on. Nobody in double figures for Oldenburg. Already on the other side, 3 guys for Ludwigsburg. Cook leads away 12, but Peter McNeely and Thomas Walkup have 10 apiece. Well, before the game we highlighted the key areas. 2-point shooting percentage, something that Oldenburg really struggled with last week. At the end of the first quarter, it was a disaster, just 17% for them. Much better in that second quarter, though, as now they've pushed it up to 43% from that range. And then turnovers. Last week they struggled, 15 turnovers. First quarter they had 7. 11 for them in the game so far. That is something that they're going to have to try and change here in this second half. Tada, high fives all round. He steps back out onto the floor. There's Ludwigsburg already out there. Changes for them in their 5 as they'll go with Cook, Cook, Johnson, Peter McNeely, Sears and Walkup for EVE Baskets. It's Ricky Balding, Tada we already saw, and then Amani Moore, McConnell and Matt Hobazik. There is Mickey McConnell. Those 2 late threes. See how that helps his confidence in this second half. Tada. Maho Barzik. Pick for the picker action. Well guarded by Ludwigsburg. Switching away from the ball. It's Maho Barzik. Puts it on the floor. Trying to find some room. Goes to Balding. Shot clock winding down. Doesn't get it away. Good defensive possession to start the second half for Ludwigsburg then. Applauded by the fans here. Thomas Walkup crosses the half then. So he's so versatile. Runs off the screen from Sears. Gives it over to the Yale graduate. Sears, well guarded. Pressure from EVE Baskets. Already the shot clock to 5. Johnson trying to make something happen is fouled. Johnson's so quick. Even with just 4 seconds to go on the clock when he got the ball, he knew he could make something happen. Comes off the screen into the brick wall that is Rasid Mahobazik. He picks up the personal. Shot clock resets to 14 now. Walkup. Answers with it. Finds Sears. He puts it on the floor, Sears, and turns it over. Well, last week he had all the confidence in the world, and that same situation, he was knocking down jumpers for fun. This time he tries to be the playmaker and turns it over. McConnell to Moore. Moore gives it back to Mahobazic. They want to get it into the hands of Paulding. They do eventually. He'll skip it over to Tada. Tada beats his man. Extra pass to the corner. Moore. No one wants to shoot it. Paulding is fouled by Sears. Well, no one's stepping up for EVE Baskets there. Ricky Paulding forced a tough one. And Justin Sears bailed him out, really. Silly foul. Left on line for 3. Paulding. 6 points on the night for him. Only 3 shots from the field. Second is good. And he makes it the perfect 3. Game tied at 48 and Sears has some room, sells the fake. This time Sears finishes it off. Much better play from Sears. Turned it over on the last possession. That time more aggressive. Sold it with a little fake off the dribble. No post. Mahobazic spinning. Going to his left hand. He's trapped. Tries to find somebody. Gets it to McConnell. Shot clock getting low, and he won't get it away. Second shot clock violation of the second half for EVE Baskets. Look at this from Sears. Just a little hesitation. And take off. Moore tried to read the pass, but gambled incorrectly. You see Sears again. Attacking the ring. While we were watching the turnover, the replay, it was a turnover, an offensive foul against Johnson. He didn't like the call. He's subbed out for Geske. It's EVE Baskets possession once again. Chance to take the lead. Moore finds Paulding, surrounded by defenders though. And now Mahobazic steps through. He can't finish. Great rebound from Thomas Walkup. And he's pulled to the floor by Mahobazic. Walkup just spot on defensively. Knew exactly where Mahobazic was trying to go. Got his body in front, forced him to miss, and then got the defensive rebound. As Mahobazic is going to go to the bench here. It's the second foul against the big man. Geske gives it over to Sears. Sears now wants the third foul against Mahobazic as Walkup scored for the offensive foul. Walaskowski comes in what has been a stuttering couple of minutes in this game. It flowed nicely in the first half. A lot of whistles here at the start of the second. Deseo to Tada. Tada puts it on the floor against Geske, and he's fouled. Didn't like the call. Moore bullies his way to the ring. Oh, good hands from Cook. So McConnell will bring it in. 3 seconds on the clock. Deseu throws it high, doesn't get it. Walkup snatches in the rebound. It was tipped away, but he'll maintain possession for Ludwigsburg. Eski. Handling the ball. Oh, good backdoor cut. Peter McNeely can't finish. Holding with the rebound. Comes the other way. Throws it ahead. Tada with some room, but slows it. This is the problem for Oldenburg. They like the slower tempo. They want to be controlled, but with this sizable lead on the Tide, they kind of need to go a bit faster. Finish from McConnell. He moves to double digits. First man there for EVE Baskets. Walkup trying to find some room against Deseu. 3 from McNeely. He was stroking in that first half. Peter McNeely makes his 4th 3 of the game. Timeout's going to be called by John Patrick. McConnell. Walkup took a shot to the face. There was Geski as the rebound tipped once, twice, and then made by Amani Moore. Timeout for Patrick then and his team. And MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg haven't had the rhythm of the first half. They lead. Sorry, they're tied now after the basket. It's slow to go on the scoreboard by Amani Moore. 53 apiece here.
Get the ball moving a little. We have to move the ball. We have 14 fouls. Malik and David, you guys are in right now. Are you okay or do you need one?
Norman, attack your man. Okay, let's go, guys. Stay so, Raimo. You see, he had that one.
Hey, 2 fails. 2 fails to give. 2 to give. We're going to switch it. 2 fails to give.
I'm going to go over.
There's the 3 from Henneke. Peter McNeely leads the way. 13 points now. 4 threes for him. And on the other side, Mickey McConnell, the leading scorer for EVE Baskets. 11 points personal. They're tied 53 apiece here. Walkup gives it back to David McRae. Bit of pressure up the floor, but McRae breaks that. Elgin Cook waits for Walkup now. He'll attack the space. Cook rejected by Moore. He's frustrated. He looks towards the referee, wants the foul. Ludwigsburg players telling each other they're going to have to be tough. I believe they're getting the raw end of the calls. Cook collects it on the 3-point line. We'll take the 3. Cook, string music from him. Not a good idea to frustrate that man as he moves to 15. McConnell draws a lot of attention to Deseu now. The extra pass to Paulding. But he doesn't go for Paulding. You can see the reaction. As Walkup won't stop. Pushes it the other way. And Paulding's so frustrated it didn't drop. He fell to his knees at one stage. This is the drive from Cook. There is a lot of contact. You can see the frustration from him. Good matchup between Cook and Moore. McRae. So Walaskowski fakes it, backs in with that left hand. Tough shot from him, doesn't go. Massenat. Good feed. Deseu again hesitated. Paulding doesn't find the room for the 3. Will take it off the dribble and misses everything. There's the rebound. Tipped by Moore, but only out of bounds. Paulding 2 good looks, missed them both. We need to find a way to get him going. There's 9 points, Paulding, just 2 of 5 from the field. Cook into the hands of Walker. They space the floor for him as he'll spin in the lane. Too strong. And the other way. Massenat. Pulling up. Very well picked up. Franz Massenat now going left. Finds more in the corner. His three is good. I hesitated on a couple of attempts from me on the three-point line. EVE baskets, but that one was good to tie the game at 56 here. Marnie Moore has been a difference when he's set foot on the floor. He's only played 14 minutes, but he's got 10 points on the game. Cook will try and respond. Off from his three. Pick and pop, Deseu. Back-to-back threes for EVE baskets. Maxime Deseu knocking down another one. He's now got 10 points and a three-point advantage for EVE baskets here. Muller puts it on the floor, drives in, takes the contact, but he's got to earn his two from the line. Substitutions will come in. Tada and Losink ready. There they are. There's Massenat on the pick and pop, finds Deseu. That was the second one. This was the first after the hesitation. Marnie Moore stroking it. Muller with his first point of the evening. In and out on the second. Massenat kicks it to Deseu. Another one for Deseu. 3 in a row for EVE baskets. Game just changes when they're hitting from beyond the three-point line. Johnson back onto the floor is fouled by Losink. There it is from Deseu. That is his third three of the night. Johnson fouled. It's just too quick in that situation. Losink puts his hands on him. Easy call for the officials. Johnson moves to 4 points. Second is good. It's been a quiet game for Johnson, really, in terms of the statistics. 4 points, 2 assists. Massenat steps back, finds Deseu. Oh, he's doing everything now. Deseu puts it on the floor. Tada for 3. 4 in a row. 4 EVE baskets. They're smoking. Six-point lead now. Could there be any way back? On the tie, it's 19 and a turnover. Justin Sears commits the travel. Problems are for Ludwigsburg looking after the ball now after the turnovers in that first half for EVE baskets. Searching for their 5th 3 in a row here. Off the screen, Losink gets deep. There's going to be a kick out. Deseu has another one, but he can't hit. Great look for EVE baskets, exactly what they wanted. Oskowski backing it in, trying to use that size against the smaller man. He's always going to turn to his left hand. Deseu tips it off the ring. Legally, according to the officials. And Marnie Moore's got to know that Woliskowski is going to look to come back to that left hand. Ball live on the ring, good defensive play. Is it given? He's given the points. Looks like on the score. So Woliskowski moves to 8, and yeah, he judged it to be a goaltend. So his basket makes it a 3-point game on the night. Losink uses the high screen. Massenat puts it on the floor, gets the step. Oh, too strong for the finish. Moore knocks bodies everywhere. Himself the trip to the line. Substitution for EVE Baskets. Back on for the first time. There's the number 13. Moore can't hit. 91 seconds left in this third period. Second from him. Also off. Oh, sorry. I've gone crazy there. My scoreboard said that he made the first, but it was quickly changed as he missed a pair. It was right the first time. Cook failed to score on his drive. And now Moore with a chance to score. Getting into the lane, spins. Five for the rebound. Cook grabs it in. Cook pushing in transition. He's got Johnson next to him. Cook takes it on his own, but perhaps should have passed it. Cook's getting frustrated out there. Believes he's been fouled a couple of times. Hasn't been called. Massenat finds the open man. Tada for 3. And they're gone cold now. And as Losink takes it away from Johnson. Nearly runs out of bounds off Tada. Losink kicks it to Massenat. Massenat with 10 on the clock. Steps into the corner and a loose pass is turned over. David McRae will push in the opposite direction. He says, let's slow this down. Pulls it out into the hands of Thomas Walker. Walker off the screen. Gives it over to Cook. Cook against Tada. Cook, jumper, too strong. Moore gives it over to Losink, who's got 5 on the clock here to try and finish the third quarter. Losink pulls up on the foul line. Doesn't go. And Moore finishes it off, but not in time. Third quarter comes to an end then. At one stage, Oldenburg opened up their lead and made thoughts of the impossible to see if there was any way back. But Ludwigsburg responded, and after 3, it is 62-65. Numbers pretty similar from both range. Let's listen to the EVE Baskets timeout.
Come on, roll. We have 0 team fouls. So Justin, you're in at the 5. Elgin, you're in at the 4.
It was a scrappy third quarter, really, if you're a Ludwigsburg fan. Just didn't have the free-flowing rhythm of that first half. They turned the ball over after opening up a 12-point lead in the first half. And that end of the second and third quarter hasn't been good for them. That 15 minutes, a 12-point lead is gone, and at one stage a 6-point advantage in favor of EVE Baskets. Elgin Cook still leads the way for his team, but it's been a frustrating quarter for him. It's just 5 of 17 from the field for his 15 points. Does have 6 rebounds, 3 assists, team highs in both those categories. Thomas Walkup, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for him as well. We're underway in the fourth then. Dzeu on the pick and pop, and yet again, Maxim Dzeu knocking him down. Here he is, showing what he did in that third quarter. So now we're ready to get underway in the fourth period. Walkup will bring it in. Goes to Sears. He puts it on the floor. Spins. I've got a problem with the shot clock. 7 seconds had gone off the game clock, but not the same on the 24. Now that's better, and he'll be brought in from the side. Walkup will be the inbound man. Finds Johnson. Johnson against McConnell. Good feed from him, but Sears doesn't take it cleanly. And his pass is a terrible one out of bounds. Tada will bring it in now. See if the offense from Oldenburg is any better. It's not. Elgin Cook nearly took it away. This time, Sweathelm hands it to Tada. 15 on the clock, though. Tada trying to find some room. Well guarded by Muller. Good fake from Sweathelm. Sets the feet. Too strong, though. 5 threes in that third quarter from EVE Baskets as Walkup takes a 3 of his own. Can't get it. Tada back to Massenat. He uses the ball screen. McConnell trying to find some room. Trying to slice. Finds some room on that foul line and knocks it down. Mickey McConnell has been a scoring threat today. Often he's more of a provider. 13 points, just 1 assist from him. Doing what he needs to for his team. The aggregate lead still 20. You see it there at the bottom of your picture, underneath the score in tonight's game. Still a long way to go. As Sears once again puts it on the floor. Finds Cook. Cook. Didn't have a lot of time on the clock. Falls to the floor. Tada ahead of everyone. But his pass was a poor one. Coach Patrick might want to get Elgin Cook out of game here. He's getting frustrated. What he believes is some unfair officiating. Just needs a moment to relax. As Ricky Balding comes in. Cook will remain on the floor though. See how he reacts as Balding gets in. Can't finish against Sears. And Sears picks up the defensive rebound. Sears goes to Cook. Cook to Walkup. Walkup gives it over to Peter McNeely. Peter McNeely fires a 3. Too strong. McRae tips the rebound, but only into the hands of Ricky Balding. McConnell off the screen. Again trying to find that room. Mickey McConnell pushes out everybody else as he goes into the post. Great footwork, but the pass was too good. Searching for Barak. It's turned over. Coach Patrick says we've got to run something. Small lineup out onto the floor. Dzeu comes back in. Adika Peter McNeely brings it across the timeline. About attacking, defense is switching well though. So they go to Sears against DeZeo. Sears spins and goes high to throw it down. Out of nothing, Justin Sears. Oh, spun to the baseline, not really a lot on, just elevated though. Threw it down with some authority. Struggled to look after the ball, Sears, but he did a good job finishing there. Massenat now, looking for Sweathelm. He'll put it on the floor. He'll reverse the ball well. And good defense. Now, Cook, attacking the ring. Backs it out. Finds McNeely, he likes that spot. And that's why that is the same area. He's already knocked down a couple. And now, Adika Peter McNeely makes another one. He ties the game on his 5th 3 of the night, 67 apiece, 5 of 7.
Let's go forward. Come on, guys, we must take the shot. We have option. Be aggressive with ball, guys. Be aggressive and you have split pace. We have our option. We must use it. We must use it. Okay. Let's go next. Next is on free side. On free side. Set good screens. Set good screens, okay?
I think we should look inside again. I think we should look inside, take your time, get spacing. How do we get into the last one?
Here is the move from Sears along the baseline, over the top of Frans Massenat. Just couldn't get there quick enough. Sears is coming off the season high 21 last week. Justin Sears 13 and 8 in the Bundesliga this past weekend. He is 3 of 3 from the field, got 9 points, 2 rebounds, but he does have 4 turnovers, so let him down just a little. McConnell brings it down. 6.5 minutes of their Basketball Champions League remain, unless there is to be a miracle here from EVE Baskets. Massenat goes to the corner. Paulding well guarded by Walkup. And a foul by Walaskowski. A bit on the fake, and finish is good for DeZeu. Defense so good from Ludwigsburg. And just at the last minute, Walaskowski got a bit on the fake. That was all that was needed. So Cook got a quick throw across the timeout. Walaskowski goes to the bench because he is just fouled out of the game. He will leave with 9 points, 3 rebounds. But DeZeu can't add his 16th point of the night. Sears finds some room and gets it to go. Coach Patrick told his team they should go to the inside. Exactly what they did, and he was proved to be correct. Works for them. McConnell now. Massenat trying to find the pass. Sears takes it away. Sears now puts it on the floor. Pass to Cook wasn't really expected. Massenat will try and punish him with the 3. He does. Justin Sears, for me, he's got to be more secure with the pass. There's the little fake from DeZeu to get Walaskowski in the air. Sears, offensive foul. DeZeu stumbled but recovered. Johnson comes back in. And look to control this game. for the next 5 minutes. McConnell goes over to Duzeo. Now, Paris is in for the first time, and McConnell knocks down another one. McConnell, 4 threes now, 16 points personal from him. As the finish doesn't go, to the frustration of the crowd. Six-point advantage for EVE. McConnell goes to Huyik. Gets it back to McConnell, but he loses it into the backcourt. Maybe a violation. Throwing back. Good work from Sears on the switch. McConnell leads the way for EVE Baskets. Strong game from him. Joined by Maxime Duzeo as well, but will it be enough? First and foremost, they want to concentrate on winning this game where they have the 6-point lead, but they're falling asleep here. And they're punished. Just didn't get into defense quickly enough, and Attica Peter McNeely gets the finish. And now is the lead man for his team. 16 from him, as we're under 4 to play. McConnell trying to find something on. Hesitates, kicks it to Duzeo for 3. Too strong, McConnell's there with the rebound. He'll pull it out before they go to Duzeo on the blow post mismatch. Peter McNeely fouls him. Sacrifices the personal, Peter McNeely. And it's end-line possession, 40 on the clock. And there's the numbers for Peter McNeely. Impressive game for him as Spalding gets the score. Both teams then fall asleep on out of bounds, and they are rightfully punished. Spalding with the score moves to 14 points personal. Make it 15. These two teams will face off again once more this season in the Bundesliga. So, psychological advantage to play for in this game. Cook in the high post against this zone, steps through and gets it to go. Cook hasn't got going in this second half really. 17 points now for him. 5 of 18 from the field. I'm sorry, 6 of 19 now. McConnell, by 3 different people on the same possession. Now attacks again, feeds to the inside. Duzeo. So the cries of 3 seconds from the crowd will earn himself a trip to the line. Maxime Deseo, 5 of 12, 15 points, 7 rebounds. He has left points at the line. As good as he's been, just 2 of 5 now. Look at 3 of 6, only 50%. We're under 3. It's Johnson. Going left, finds Sears. He hesitates and doesn't get it to go. It said last week Justin Sears on his way to 21, knocked that shot down consistently. Hasn't done it here tonight. Now a switch on defense, try and guard McConnell. No elsewhere as Walkup commits a foul. Here's the jumper from Sears, and Deseo smartly taps it off the ring. The question is, what's the difference between that one and the one that was given as a basket on the three-point play? Walkup will go out. 2:23, and he will go to the bench after fouling out. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for the captain of the Ludwigsburg team. Paulding, though, adds the bonus, and lead now 81-73. 16-point lead on aggregate. Something to keep an eye on. 17-point lead on aggregate. Cook draws the foul on the floor. Let's walk up, and this is how he fouled out. Just got hold of the wrist of Paulding. Nearly trying to find someone to get in. This could be an offensive foul. It's going to go against Justin Sears. Or Kieran Johnson. Let's have a look. Didn't see anything. First look, well, we've got a timeout by EVE Baskets. Is there life left?
Watch press break, you know, we have them. This is no. This is more for 2 minutes. We have in our code. We have our code, okay? Yeah, our code, okay? Let's go. Stay. Haris here, okay? Here is Ricky. Here is Ricky. Go low, okay? Prepare pass. After these guys, we got Ricky here. Armani, you scream for the Ricky, okay? Ricky coming fast.
Hey, let's win this game. Come on, man. Hey, we at home, man. We at home. Come on. Let's go, hey. Let's win this game.
First breaker, get it over, get space.
To the cry of let's win this game. We're at home from David McRae. Ludwigsburg will come back out onto the floor. They trail by 8 here. Jin Cook getting the roll. And here's finish. You have to go some to win this one. Just 2:05 left. The E-Baskets with the advantage, but they still trail on the leg by 17 points. Trail on the tie rather than the leg, excuse me. McConnell now to Paulding. Go to the inside, Deseo. Open three is good. Well-designed play, and Haris Huyuk knocks down his first points of the game. Double-digit lead for EVE Baskets. Sears gets it safely into the hands of Johnson. Aggregate score is 14. McConnell tips it away. And then fouls Johnson. A little smile between him and Coach Mladen Jonicic. Peter McNeely will bring it in. Finds Johnson. Tough to guard Johnson in full court. It's so quick. As he will draw another foul. McConnell trying to get that team foul count closer to 4. It's his third. And now Johnson will hold. Let some time click off the clock, but it's down to 5 for him. So he goes to McRae for 3. Too strong. Easy rebound from Arnie Moore. McConnell. Holding on to the ball as DeZeo comes to screen. McConnell refuses it. Takes the 3, doesn't go. Tips no good. Sears with the rebound. And the crowd start to get to their feet here. I think this is enough. Johnson will back it out. Hold and use time once again. Finds Sears. Sears puts it on the floor, goes right, and is fouled. Sears will go to the line then. It's been an up and down game for him. Talk about the positives. You look at the 11 points, the 3 rebounds, 4 of 5 shooting from the field. I was going to say the perfect free throw shooting as well. He misses that one. He's now 3 of 4, but then you look at the fact he has 6 turnovers. Sears. 12 points now. Lead remains at double digits, 10 though. McConnell brings it down. Fouled by Elgin Cook. Johnson and Paulding share a joke. Cook just came up holding that hip. Seems to be okay. McConnell's first is good. Season high of 16 McConnell. 14 here tonight. After that first make. Two for 2. Peter McNeely. And there's the pressure. Finds Sears, who'll take the 3. Rebound by DeZeo. One final chance for EVE Baskets. McConnell off the screen, finds DeZeo open. He kicks it. Huyik can't make the 3. Cook grabs in the rebound, and he will dribble it out here. Well, it's a loss on the night for MHP Riesen-Ludwigsburg as they go down 74-86 at home against EVE Baskets from Oldenburg. But still, Coach John Patrick and his team will advance thanks to the large victory last week on the road. They will move forward and advance into the quarterfinal stages of the Basketball Champions League. Teams will shake hands. Credit to EVE Baskets. They played well tonight. They went down double digits in that first half, but really responded towards the end of that second quarter. They chipped away at the 12-point lead that Ludwigsburg had opened up, and then slowly but surely built a lead of their own. On one stage, it got to 12, and that is how it finished. 86-74 in favor of Oldenburg. Ludwigsburg will advance, but they will be frustrated to have not sealed it with a victory here at home. There is the confirmation, 74-86 in favor of EVE Baskets. A little bit of credit for EVE. And as I said, these teams will meet once more time in the German domestic Bundesliga. So a little bit of psychological advantage towards EVE Baskets, knowing that they can defeat the team that is 3 places ahead of them currently in the standings. Ludwigsburg shaking hands with their fans, smiles all round. Justin Sears. And there is Thomas Walker. As the streamers and the celebrations begin, Ludwigsburg are going back to the quarterfinals of the Basketball Champions League. That's how they did it. Pretty evenly matched in terms of the percentage, but the rebounding battle, look at that, 40-24. Incredible difference, and even with the 18 turnovers, EVE Baskets managed to take more shots than their opposition. The leaders, Ricky Paulding led the way for Oldenburg. Peter McNeely for Ludwigsburg. And it was, a host of double-figure scorers. McNeely, Cook and Sears led the way for Ludwigsburg. For EVE Baskets, we said it's Ricky Paulding, who had 17, and then 15 for McConnell, and 16 for DeZeu. And now that is where we're at. 2 teams into the quarterfinals, and it is 2 German teams. We know for the first time in Basketball Champions League history there will be a German team in the Final Four, as MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg will face off against Medi Beirut to see who will make it into the Final Four. There is still a lot more to play for here in Basketball Champions League action on livebasketball.tv. Monaco, a sizable third quarter lead over Zelona Gora, but a host of other games coming to you tomorrow night. And it will be kicked off by Pinar Kasiaka facing off against PAOK before Banvit go against Nanterre, Nymburk against AEK, Tenerife against Murcia in the all-Spanish game before Strasbourg facing off against Neptunus in the final game tomorrow. So I will leave you with some highlights from action here in the All-German affair. It is victory tonight for Oldenburg on the road, but it is Ludwigsburg which advance into the quarterfinals thanks to their margin of victory in the game last week. Well, it has been a pleasure to join you. Make sure you stay with us on livebasketball.tv for more Basketball Champions League action.
fucking shirt.
Oh, yeah. The bag, baby.
Let's go. Damn, everyone on the phone. Yeah, boy. Man.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
E, it's all on camera. You don't want this like people seeing this.
Loves India.
Now you gotta, now you gotta say it. No, you gotta say it now.
Try to cope. Bullshit, crazy and wild. You know I should. Child. Seriously, man. That's probably the worst thing, man.
Wirklich. Sieht jetzt so aus, oder?